الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله وسلم وبارك على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين أما بعد. This is the vocabulary for lesson 13 in the book Al-Qawl-Al-Sadid. We have first of all on the wazn of fa'ala, we have the word ضبط. Now ضبط originally means to tune or to set something in a certain way. And from there we have a number of words that are derived from this meaning. So it goes ضبط يضبط أضبط ضبط. ضبط is the setting or the accuracy of something. And for example, you have the word انضباط انضبط ينضبط on the wazn of infa'ala, which is a wazn that indicates that the action is happening upon the subject or the meaning is happening upon the subject. So it means that fulan yandabitu or mundabit, fulan, he is accurate within himself. It means what? He has discipline. Al-indibat is the word used for discipline because your actions are set in the right way and in the right time. You're doing the right thing at the right time. Then we have the word dabitun. The word dabitun, for example, is used to refer to an officer, whether that be in the police or the army. Why? Because law enforcement sets the pace for everybody else. They are the ones who are regulating everything in the society. In the Sharia, we speak about dabitun to mean a rule, but it's not a rule at the same level of asl or qa'ida. This is something that you will study in usul al-fiqh and qawa'id al-fiqh. A dabitun is below a qa'ida. It is a rule that applies in certain situations. And the word madbutun, it means that this particular matter is said correctly. It is said accurately. Right? That will be described as madbut. Then on the wazn of fa'ala, حقق يحقق حقق تحقيق, sorry. So حقق comes from the original root of حق, which means to be true or to be correct or to be right. So حقق, it can be used to express the fact of verifying something. Means that on this particular issue you will make a tahqiq, you will make a verification to make sure that everything in here is haqqun, is right, is correct, is truth. Or it can also be used as tahqiqun, as in make something become real. So if we say that when we speak about the theoretical parts of the deen, of righteousness, istiqamah, etc., it has to go beyond theory, it has to reach the field of tahqiq, it has to become a reality. So that's another way of using this particular word. So the person who is muhaqqiqun, that's the fa'il, that's the one doing so. So the word muhaqqiqun is used to describe the person who is doing the research to make sure that everything is accurate. And it's also used for the person who is making the stuff in real life, right? As we would say, the one who's making it real, who's keeping it real. And muhaqqaqun, it means that it's the maf'ul once again for those two meanings. You will say kitabun muhaqqaqun, a book that has been verified, that has been corrected. So on next one, there was no fa'ala. You have حصر يحصر أحصر حصر. حصر is used to describe a siege. When an army sieges another army camp or a city or a village, it means that they're surrounding them in a way that no one can enter or leave this particular place. That's what's called a hisarun. So, hasara, the original word, meaning of the word hasara, it means to limitate something. It means that you have, or to really surround a mas'ala. Let's say you have any subject of knowledge, right? And you are saying that this particular matter تنحصر في كذا أو محصورة في كذا. This matter is just limited to this situation. Right? It's not a general rule that applies across the board. No, this is limited right here. Right? This, you'll use the word hasara to describe that. Hasara yahsur uhsur. The person or the thing doing so is hasirun or mahsurun. Right? We will say هذه المسألة محصورة في كذا. Right? Or هذا الأمر محصور في كذا. This particular matter is limited to this context or to this subject, etc. Next one on the wazn of افتعل اقتضى يقتضي اقتضي اقتضاء. اقتضى يقتضي, it means to imply. When you say something, this particular word of yours will imply other things or will necessitate for other things to be said or to be done. That is يقتضي. So the thing doing so is muqtadi, which is originally ism manqus, meaning the ya is going to drop and we are going to have a kasratain, muqtadin. And al-muqtada, that's a very common word as well. It means what is necessarily implied by something. So you have, for example, the famous book by Shaykh al-Islam ibn Taymiyyah called Muqtada as-Sirat al-Mustaqim. What necessarily comes from following the straight path. Right? If you follow the straight path, there are certain actions, certain behaviors, certain mindsets of yours that are going to come about just because of you following this particular path. That is a muqtada. Then we have the word ma'rakatun, and it's plural, ma'ariku, that means the battle or the fight. That's it for the vocabulary for this lesson. Subhanakallahumma bihamdik, ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk.